Of the Central Coast Business Review to our golden microphone, and we talk about business aspects of the coast, and it's so important to keep these things in the face of the public because it is so vital for our future that everyone is informed on how business and local business impacts on our daily lives here. And Edgar, good morning to you. Now we're going to sort of reflect a little bit this morning on how the Mariners, the impact of the Mariners have throughout the season. Of course, unfortunately, last night they couldn't quite get that extra sting in the tail to come through with the grand final outcome.
Yeah, it was quite. The end was exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, extrememely exciting game for those who followed it, and particularly television. I also had our local commentators on there as well, and that was extreme. I mean, those boys worked hard. But in terms of the outcome for the sport, it was excellent.
It was. But that's the whole point, isn't it, Peter? We've got, here we had the Mariners on national TV, national radio.
Well, pay TV anyway.
Pay TV. That's more to the point.
Yeah.
And where were we on the Central Coast? I drove through Gosford last week, and you wouldn't even know that there was a grand final on.
Well, the thing that I did pick up on other media, some other radio stations, commercial stations on the coast, did hold kind of Mariners parties at various clubs. But that was only one organisation doing that. Whether or not it was as widespread as all media getting behind it, I don't know.
No, I don't know. I think you're right, Peter.
And overshadowed also somewhat by the fact it was the first night of football, rugby league football.
Oh, of course, that's true.
And that was just going to be the,
Yeah, that doesn't help at all.
The re-engagement to the rugby league.
Well, that's right. And of course, there was a season opening dinner at Crown Plaza for which the Bears and Central Coast Bears ran on Friday.
Exactly.
All of that. But I just believe they're a team. They're our team. One day we'll have a rugby league team as well.
Exactly.
But if we support the rugby league team the way we support the Mariners at the present moment, we won't end up with a rugby league team. And that's what's concerning me. I'm thinking, where is everybody getting behind all of this?
Right.
And you drive around, and the restaurant in Quattro in Platinum, where my office is, all of the stuff was done up in blue and yellow, and there were balloons everywhere.
Oh, okay. Well, that's quite a good show of support.
They did everything right. But then you drive everywhere else, and there's none of that. And you would have thought. Now I know it costs money, but the point is that you would have thought that that Gosford has the flagpoles that will take banners and things, and you would have thought they'd have gone right through Gosford and put up, go to the Mariners, and got some hype.
Yeah.
To it, and where's Blue Tongue Stadium in all of this? I'm wondering whether they get involved or not.
I don't know what they're. There was some talk about holding one of those outdoor screens there yesterday.
Oh, was it?
Well, last night. Some talk. I don't know where it went. Because
a friend of mine went to the Leagues Club to view it.
Right.
But so obviously I don't know. But the point, my whole point about this is that there are opportunities for business to get involved with sport, and it's just the same as when the Mariners or any other crowd play here. It's when the Rabbits play here, for that matter.
Sure.
Blue Tongue.
Yeah.
After the game, try and get anything to eat. And
in town here.
In town, and you're lucky. You just can't believe that the place shuts down for when we bring in all these thousands of people.
Well, I think the Leagues does quite well.
Oh, the Leagues does all right, but then again, they got an issue with security, so they're careful who they let in.
Oh yes.
But the point, after the game before last for the Mariners, we went into the Leagues.
Even a pie cart, you and I could get a pie cart.
Well, that's right, but they're illegal now because it might be a fly in the damn thing. You can't understand. Unless you've got $1 million worth of pie cart, you're not allowed to operate. How on earth we've all been around here and stayed alive for all these years.
Yes, we should have been all sort of in hospital with all sorts of gangrene and diarrhoea.
Yes. But just getting back to this, interestingly, Chris King.
Yep.
Everyone knows Chris King. He's just been appointed events manager for Central Coast Tourism.
He has.
And I was talking to him on Saturday, and I said, Chris, there's a lot of things which we ought to be getting behind. A couple of years ago in February, there was a World Laser Championships were held off Terrigal. And did anybody know about that? No.
Really?
Yeah. There was no, we had people from every country in the world came and stayed on the Central Coast, mostly in Terrigal.
Yeah.
But, there were 250 competitors, if I remember rightly, from all over the world. And nobody got behind it. It was run by the Gosford Sailing Club. But nobody got behind it. You wouldn't even know it existed.
Oh, you're talking about sailing ships there? I thought you meant sort of little laser.
No, I'm talking about little
sailing,
little
right.
tiny sailing boats, the lasers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're almost the smallest class.
Yeah.
But it's got a massive following worldwide,
Sure.
and it was sailed off Terrigal. And some of the people I spoke to said, there's no better venue, no better place.
Well, there won't be any tsunamis there.
There won't be any tsunamis.
Very safe.
Yes, but the point about it is we don't get behind these are great opportunities. I was telling Chris. And I think Chris has been a good appointment for this.
That didn't come as a surprise. When he got that, he was very pleased about getting that job.
Yeah.
But I thought, well done, because Chrissy boy, like him or love him, or not,
Yeah.
he does work hard.
He does work hard. He doesn't know what hour it is. He just keeps working.
That's right.
And
Well, he's raised all his kids. They're all grown up now. So once that happens, you can devote all this time and just hope your wife hangs on.
Yeah, this is right. But, he's got a lot of good ideas. And I said, let's try and pick on some of these spots. It's a bit like the Gosford to Lord Howe Islands yacht race.
Yeah, it used to be huge.
Now, it used to be huge.
Yeah, in the minds of the locals,
And no one even knows whether it's happening or not.
Yeah.
It barely gets a mention in the Express. And because of all of that, there are opportunities lost. And it's opportunities...
So opportunities, you're saying, for business people to get involved in these things and get some extra marketing value out of their spend.
Yeah, out of the spend. Like, if you can drag people in and get people going, all right, you've got to get up to Kilcare to watch these things take off to Lord Howe Island.
Yeah.
But then, after that's over, you say, well, what are we going to do?
Yes,
well, you're going to drive all the way back through the coast, and by that time, you're going to be feeling like a drink or feeling hungry.
I want to go to Singer's Bells resort there and pay, how much a bottle of champagne there? $95?
Something like that. But on the other hand, it's good.
It's good.
But
well done to the restaurants who got behind this yesterday.
Yeah, well,
have their staff dress up and make it a bit of a show.
That's
the idea. That's good marketing.
Well, see, in terms of retail, you've got to find hooks in which to make people get a bit excited. And if you don't try and do that in retail, there are retailers. Peter, that's how Valentine's Day's taken off. When you and I were a kid, we heard about it, but that was about it.
Yep.
But now Valentine's Day is as big as Christmas Day. Why? Because the florists had to find some other means of selling flowers.
In the middle of an off-season.
In the middle of an off-season.
Exactly, right.
And so, all of these sporting events that we do get on the coast, we get some pretty good ones.
Yes.
We should get all
the
behind
the speedboats come to Lake Munmora. They have terrific speed trials up there.
Absolutely.
It's a nice green industry.
A few years ago, Phil Nassas had the Formula One speedboats on the Brisbane water.
Yes.
Nobody came.
Yeah.
But it all gets down to marketing, and I'm going to talk to the GBID people. Do you know what GBID is?
Yes, the Gosford...
promotional people. There's a new guy there, Paul Brash. I'm going to have a talk to him in the next week or so and say,
You're going to ear bash Paul Brash, are you?
I'm going to ear bash Paul Brash. Because I think there's, we ought to be getting onto this, It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for Chris King to get involved in.
Well, that's it.
Paul.
He's the man. Because Central Coast Tourism, I think, does back the marriage. Looking at the shirts they wore in the grand final last night.
Yes.
Big Central Coast logo.
Yeah, that's right.
I know you listen on radio, but I saw the TV.
Good. But that's
big Central Coast logo.
Yeah, but I think that's why on councils.
It didn't matter.
No,
big Central Coast logo.
That's the point, Peter.
Good marketing.
I'm going to get the Financial Review today, and I'll bet Monday they always have the a bit of sport in the Monday's Financial Review, and regardless of win or lose, there'll be a photograph of one of the Central Coast players.
Exactly.
And so, the Central Coast is getting great mileage out of this nationally.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Win, lose or draw.
Yeah, we've been in front.
Well, I just hope they've got the sponsors to back up again next year that they need
yes,
Mariners.
That's another issue. That we do need to get more sponsors. I have a feeling that they're going to have to look more nationally, a bit like the Bears, to get big sponsors. Because we don't have any people like the John Tinklers that Hunter has. Yeah. But nevertheless, they're a good crowd. They're well established now. All they've got to do is win the next year's grand final.
That's exactly right. And it'll happen one day. I mean, they've had 3 attempts so far. One's got to come right. Thank you, Edgar.
Have a good week.
From the Central Coast Business Review, here every Monday morning.